All right, let's talk about it. That horrible, sinking feeling you get in the pit of your stomach when you know you need to say no. Today, we are going to tackle that guilt head on and figure out how to set boundaries in a way that actually feels good.
You know this scene all too well, right? Your calendar is bursting at the seams. Your to-do list is a novel, and yet the requests just keep pouring in. The pressure to just say yes, to be the helpful coworker, the fun friend, the reliable family member, it can be absolutely relentless.
If you are nodding along right now, even a little bit, then you're in exactly the right place. That feeling of being stretched to your absolute limit and then feeling guilty for just wanting to take a step back, that's what we're going to dive into.
So let's properly name the villain of this story: guilt. It's that little voice in your head that whispers that you're being selfish or difficult just for trying to protect your own peace. But what if that voice is wrong? Here's something really important to get. If you're the go-to yes person, you are so not alone. In fact, you're in the majority. Our culture basically rewards you for being available 24/7, which makes saying no feel like you're breaking a major social rule.
But here's an idea that almost nobody ever brings up. For explorers, what if we've been looking at this whole thing backwards? What if the secret to having strong boundaries has nothing to do with being tougher on the outside and everything to do with being kinder on the inside?
And that leads us to the big idea for today: self-compassion. And listen, this isn't some fluffy feel-good concept. It's a scientifically backed, powerful tool for building real resilience.
So what do we even mean by that? Well, Dr. Kristen Neff, who is a leading researcher in this field, defines it like this. It's pretty simple, right? Think about it. When a friend is having a hard time, you don't yell at them. You offer kindness and support. Self-compassion is just about finally turning that same instinct towards yourself.
And I get it. For a lot of us, hearing this can feel a little weird, maybe even self-indulgent. We're often taught that being hard on ourselves is how we improve. So the idea of being kind can feel like we're letting ourselves off the hook.
So let's be super clear about what this is not. This isn't about having a pity party or making excuses. It's not weakness, and it definitely isn't a free pass to become lazy. Actually, research shows it's the exact opposite. It's a source of incredible strength, resilience, and it's a way better motivator in the long run than that inner critic ever was.
Okay, so self-compassion isn't just some vague vibe. It's an actual practice you can learn, and it's built on 3 really clear, solid pillars.
And this whole framework comes from Dr. Neff's research. Having a structure like this is so helpful because it takes it from a nice idea and turns it into a step-by-step process we can actually follow.
Pillar number 1 is self-kindness. It's all about actively changing the tone of your inner voice. So instead of that harsh critic who's always pointing out what you did wrong, you make a conscious choice to speak to yourself with warmth, just like you would to someone you care about.
Pillar number 2, common humanity, is a total game changer. When we struggle, our first instinct is often to feel isolated, like we're the only ones messing up. This pillar reminds you that being imperfect is literally part of being human. It connects you to everyone else. You're not alone in this. You're just part of the club.
And pillar number 3 is mindfulness. Now, all this means is looking at your tough feelings honestly, without getting swept away by them. You don't push the feeling down, but you also don't let it become this huge, dramatic story. You just notice it and say, wow, this is a moment of stress, which gives you the space to then respond with kindness.
Okay, theory time is over. We get the why, we get the what. Now let's get to the how. It's time to get some super practical, real-world scripts that you can literally start using tonight. Because understanding the idea is one thing, but knowing the exact words to say is another. So, here are some simple, clear phrases you can use, even if this all feels brand new and scary. For settlers,
Let's start with an absolute classic. It's 7 p.m. You've logged off and you get that ping from a coworker who just has a quick question. Ugh, you can feel the stress instantly.
What I love about this response is how clean and unemotional it is. It's not mean, it's not an apology, it's not an excuse. It is just a calm, clear statement of fact. It sets a perfect boundary and manages expectations without creating any drama.
Okay, let's switch gears to a personal one. We all have that friend we love, but maybe they have a habit of borrowing things without asking first, and it just leaves you feeling a little, well, disrespected.
See how this works? It's so good. It starts with a positive, "I don't mind," which softens the whole thing. Then it makes a clear, simple request.
please always ask me first, and it explains why using an I statement. It's all about building respect in the friendship, not starting a fight.
Now those scripts are awesome, but you're going to run into situations we haven't covered. So what you really need is a simple formula to build your own boundaries from scratch.
And for that, we have the SAFE method. It's a really easy framework to remember. For strategists, first, you specify the boundary. Be really clear. Next, you assert it calmly and confidently. And finally, you frame it with fairness, which ensures that you maintain mutual respect. See? SAFE. It's a totally practical and safe way to approach this. For settlers. But look, here's the most important part of all. You don't have to become a boundary-setting master overnight. The key is to just start small. Pick one low-stakes situation this week and just try it. That's it. Just by doing that, you've already taken a huge step. You now have the tools you need to get started.
And that leaves us with one last question to think about. We've been talking about boundaries as a fence, but fences aren't just for keeping things out. They're for protecting what's precious inside. So the question isn't just about how you'll say no. It's about what you're saying yes to. What amazing things are you going to protect and nurture with all that time and energy you're about to get back?
If this touched your heart, please subscribe, like, and share it with your family. Save this for more meaningful content ahead.